Every week, I'm getting messages from people asking about how they stop beating themselves up mentally and emotionally, or feeling like they're not good enough, not smart enough, or not where they want to be. Driven Mofos, welcome back to another episode of The Underestimated Entrepreneur. Today, let's talk about the common messages that I get. So one of the most common ones that I get is people telling me that they're not where they want to be. They don't feel like they're achieving enough. They don't feel like they're good enough. They feel like they don't have enough money. And so let's break it down. First of all, if you feel like you don't have enough of something, you're living in a world of not enough. When you live like that, I believe that the external world is a direct reflection of how we think in our own minds. So I've walked down the street before with somebody and they saw a bunch of cafes and buildings that had been shut down. They had for lease signs on it. And they were saying how, in the media, they were talking about that there's not enough money and that people were struggling. And they bought that up. At that same time, I was walking next to them and we walked past a cafe that was absolutely full of people. It was banging. And I thought, shit, they're making a ton of cash. Also, when I saw the for lease signs on these buildings and the cafes, I was thinking, I wonder what businesses could go in there that would work really, really well in this sort of strip in Adelaide, where there's a lot of traffic, there's a lot of people that walk through there, and also a lot of car traffic that they have. So I was thinking about what opportunities could be there. And at the same time that she was talking about how people are struggling and there's not a lot of money these days, and how, people are losing businesses and it's tough for everybody, a red Ferrari drove past. So she saw the buildings with the for lease signs and the for sale signs on them, the cafes that had shut down, and I saw the cafe that had everybody in it and it being jam-packed. I saw a Ferrari and I saw an opportunity for businesses to go in those locations. We were walking down the same street right next to each other. What was the difference? Our mindset. This is why I say to everybody, mindset is everything. Because if you live in a world of not enough, you're going to see a world of not enough. Now, there are some different scientific theories on that. It could be there's a part of the brain called the reticular activating system. That part of the brain essentially demonstrates or shows us a world that we're looking for. It could be that. It could be that our brain deletes, distorts, and generalizes information amongst other things as well. When we're deleting, distorting an information, something can be right in front of us and we just don't see it. Okay, there's also something called a scotoma. A scotoma is having something right there that you can't see. For example, if you've ever gone to the fridge before, I do this all the time with Jess. I'll open up the fridge and I say, there's no food in there. And she goes, here, if you just grab this and grab that and grab that, you can put it all together and there's your meal. And I was like, oh, I didn't see that. Or I will say, hey, there's no sugar in the cupboard. And she'll go, what's this? And it's right in front of my face. That's a scotoma. There's also a theory of, I guess you could say it's bioenergetics, but it's not very scientific valid at the moment. Now, it might be partially related to quantum theory, but it hasn't been proven in proper quantum mechanics yet. But I believe it will be. And that is that the energy that we put out maybe creates the world that we see. It may also be part of a law of attraction or a law of repulsion, okay? Because you can't have an attraction without a repulsion. So it could potentially be any of those things that may be part of, for those of you who are a bit more into the scientific sort of stuff. But I've studied all of that to try to figure out what it is, and I'm still not 100% conclusive. But what I'm 100% sure of is the world that you see and the world you experience is due to your own mindset and your thought patterns. So now let's talk about, if we want to break that pattern, there are two types of motivation that people have. We have extrinsic motivation and we have external motivation. So when someone feels like they're not good enough, they might be externally motivated to try and impress others. The problem with that, though, is that when you work really, really hard to impress others and you start to achieve, you'll take your foot off of the gas and you'll self-sabotage, self-destruct, or you'll drop your standards. When you do that, you end up back in the same place that you were before, where your back's against the wall, you feel like shit, and you've got to work really, really hard to push yourself out of it again. A lot of people do this, and a lot of business owners do that. When they start achieving, they'll just self-destruct. Because when things start going well, they have to fuck it all up again in order to keep their motivation and their drive. And if you're a highly motivated person, you pride yourself on your motivation. So extrinsic motivation is a bad idea, which means external motivation. If you're intrinsically driven, which means that you've got self-determination, it normally means that you have a very clear mission, clear values, a clear vision, a clear purpose for your life, and very well set out goals. And then you have worked on developing your mindset with the right tools so that you can stay consistent without having these huge peaks and troughs or on and off button. That's why people ask me, like, what do you do after hours? I don't have after hours. There's no such thing. I wake up and I have a day and then I go to bed and I repeat the pattern every day. So I just live a life and everything fits into my life. Business fits into my life. My relationship fits into my life. My gym session fits into my life. This podcast fits into my life. My team fits into my life. Everything around me fits into my life. If I don't live that way, it means that I segment life. And when I segment life, it becomes very clunky. And most of you out there are segmenting your life. You have a work life and you have a home life. You become a different person when you're with friends than you do with your work colleagues. When you do that, you're always segmenting things and life doesn't work or flow together, and it becomes a lot harder. So it's a lot easier when you have your success map in life. Like, it's the same thing I teach at Thrive Time. When you build a success map in life, you just get to live your life. And if it is planned effectively, you don't have a home life and a work life. You just have a life. And they both fit into it. And you're a lot more adaptable that way. You're a lot more effective. You work better. Just life runs and operates so much better when you live that way. But if you want to achieve great things, you need internal motivation or intrinsic motivation. And that means that you're self-determined and you're not looking for external things to motivate you. You're not looking for pain or suffering or challenge to motivate you. If you do that, you'll just keep going around in cycles. You're always measuring yourself against something external, like someone else buys a better car. You now feel insecure, so you got to go buy a better car. Someone's achieving more in their business makes you feel insecure, so you have to go and achieve more. Unfortunately, especially in Australia, Australians are so insecure. That's why when people start achieving, they get really pissed off. They're happy to support you when you're doing worse than them. But if you start doing better than most Australians, they get pissed off because they're insecure. They need external or extrinsic motivation in order to achieve. Because we live in a lucky country, and we're so lucky that you don't even have to work and you'll still survive. You'll still get paid. You don't have to work and our government still gives you free healthcare, free dental, pretty much free everything, free accommodation. Now, for some people, that's not always the case. There are some people out there who do struggle. But the majority of people in Australia are fucking lazy. They're lazy because they don't need internal or intrinsic motivation. They just use external motivation to drive them. So if they have a better car than some of their friends, they feel like they're winning. If they have a nice house, they feel like they're winning. But that doesn't last long. It goes away. And so then that insecurity pops up and they go, I need more, I need more, I need more. And so they're always chasing more. And they feel like they're not good enough or they're not smart enough or they're not there yet. And because of that, it makes them more reactive. It makes them more depressed. It makes them more anxious. It makes them more stressed out. It makes them feel like they're not good enough, that they're not smart enough, and that they're always missing something. It's not a great way to live life. If you want to win in life, you build a success map for your life where you know that you've got everything. I don't compete with people. I just don't. I don't care. I compete with myself. I know today I've worked my ass off, right? It's 7:15 at night. I'm about to train. Then I need to eat some dinner. And then I've got to go to the hotel because we've got an event for the next 4 days. We've got Thrive Time running live. I'll probably be asleep maybe like 10 o'clock and I'll be back up at 6 again tomorrow to train again. So I just do that because that's the way that I live. I'm internally motivated. I want to make every day better because tomorrow, if I can make tomorrow better than today, I'm winning in life. So I base my success on how well I'm doing against myself, not how well I'm doing against everybody else. Because that's just such a shitty way of living and it's always going to be external. It's always going to create internal chaos and you're always going to feel like something's missing. It's not a great life to live. Anyway, Driven Mofos, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Hit me up on Instagram. Jump across to my Instagram page, Michael_Mojo_success. If you're not following me on there, make sure you are. Please photograph this as you're listening to the podcast and pop it on your Instagram page and then share with me. So tag me in it. I love seeing when you guys tag me in the post where I'm watching you listen to the podcast or, you're sharing it with people on your page and stuff as well. I really do appreciate it. Take a photo of you watching this, pop it on your Instagram page, tag me in it as well. And remember to follow me on Instagram as well. I share stuff every day. But anyway, look forward to the tag. Have a great day, everyone. Keep kicking ass and I'll see you on the next episode. Most people waste their life and I just don't want you to be one of them.